If you are to talk about the most important political events or stories in Nigeria, presently as we speak, is the defection of the former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai. El-Rufai defected yesterday. He joined the Social Democratic Party, leaving or dumping the ruling All Progressives Congress. You're welcome on City Stand. I'm Michael Adekunle. We appreciate all the viewers across the globe for always staying glued to this channel. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right, commenting in the comment section. The first person, yeah, talking about Gladys Onyabo. Good morning to you. You're welcome on the program this morning. You're talking about the defection of El-Rufai. Don't forget that El-Rufai joined in securing a victory for the ruling All Progressives Congress in year 2015, as well as 2019. He also supported the incumbent president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, last year, 2023, in winning the presidential race. And what led to the problem that is rocking APC, the crisis rocking APC in respect to El-Rufai's defection, was the major problem. Of course, you all know that there is no smoke without fire. Something would always lead to something. Yeah, something led to something. It happened last year when Nasir El-Rufai was denied ministerial appointment by the administration of President Bola Tinubu. It simply means he was sidelined. But do you think El-Rufai was truly sidelined by President Bola Tinubu? We shall be discussing it this morning. I have Raphael Ngbeche with me this morning. Raphael, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning to you, Mike. I think you should be on my this side because I'm not a lefty. Listen, it is high time the Fulani hegemony should know that Nigerians should not remain under their tutelage. You see, APC is a very big body, the biggest political party in Africa now. And the politicians operating under that platform are what? Let me say, a crate or a clutch of bad eggs.
Leave it there. All right, thank you so much. I'm still going to call you back. We appreciate you. All right, Onyeze, good morning. How are you doing? The man on white.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Wow.
I'm good.
I said this is the most talked about political story or report in Nigeria. The defection of El-Rufai to the Social Democratic Party, SDP. What do you have to say?
I think maybe it's just signaling something big that is coming from the opposition. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Vincent, good morning to you. How are you doing, sir?
Good morning, Mr. Mike. Good morning, our esteemed viewers globally. Good morning, Nigeria. It's a bright new day, a bright day, and there are some topical issues in Nigeria that we need to trash, which is trending now. The El-Rufai quitting the APC, the ruling party. I mean, it's something worthwhile to talk about.
All right, thank you so much, Femi. Good morning to you,
Good
Mr.
morning,
Femi. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning. As you usually do for us on the City Stand. We thank you very much, and we are going to look at this El-Rufai, this defection, and mother at Ondo State.
I don't know what controversial Kunle will be saying this morning. El-Rufai has dumped APC for the Social Democratic Party, SDP. The controversial Kunle, right here on the street with me.
Yeah, good morning. It's another day, and we thank God for life. And I think it's going to be a bumper package this morning.
It's going to be a bumper package. Let's see if the Vanguard newspaper has this bumper package on its front page this morning. And what is all about El-Rufai on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper on page 15. Why I dumped APC for SDP. This is what we have here. Why I dumped APC for SDP, says El-Rufai. On to the next one. I remove fuel subsidy to protect unborn generations. Who is saying this? Of course, we should know. Bola Tinubu, because of unborn generations. That's what the president is saying. The reason he removed fuel subsidy is because of unborn generation. Now to the down part of the paper, written boldly on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Rivers, APC factions at war over threat to impeach Fubara. Fubara. Like Onyeze would always say, 48 hours ultimatum. What's all about this 48 hours ultimatum? We shall be looking at it this morning as well. Now to the leadership. The leadership will be leading us on El-Rufai's story this morning, and looking at it, we have it here, boldly written on the front page of the leadership principle, page 4. Ahead of 2027 election, PDP Labour Party caged as opposition coalition eyes SDP. Opposition coalition eyes SDP. That's what we have here. El-Rufai takes first shot, joins party. We're going to be looking at the implication of this defection by El-Rufai to SDP. Let's see how it's going to affect the ruling All Progressives Congress, and let's see how it's going to affect the political career of the former governor of Kaduna, who was denied ministerial appointment under the administration of President Bola Tinubu. This is City Stand. Thank you so much. All right, so Rafael, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mike. You could see that there's a word called what do you call it? Oh, this denial of a fact. I don't know what to understand. You know the fact, you deny it, you gamble it. You understand? There's a word for that. I don't know what to understand. So, see, El-Rufai is now joining SDP. Could El-Rufai tell us how SDP was birthed? Who gave birth to SDP? Which year? Who is the man? SDP almost translated to PDP. Listen, Komanga Tuko, Musa Yaradua, Osman Tuko, 8990, when Babangida was promising Nigerians transition, he said it should be 90. 1990, he said it should be 92. In 92, who was, the flag bearer of SDP? Who are the men? Zeribe was one of them. Tuko, MK Abiola. In 1993, MK Abiola, his friend favored him. He won the intra-party, convention. I don't know what to understand. And he contested under SDP. And actually, he edged out NRC. SDP edged out NRC. Yes, I'm trying to tell you that some people are dying out of ignorance. El-Rufai doesn't know that he doesn't know. He doesn't know that he doesn't know. And that is what makes him AFOOL. You know why? That party, Southerners gave birth to it. And El-Rufai is an anti-South. Yes, anything South, El-Rufai doesn't want it. Then in the beginning of this race, we know how he shared joke with Bola Tinubu when he met fleet of cars on the compound of Bola Tinubu. I don't know what I understand. And he was seriously, romancing Muhammad Buhari. See, let me tell you, the interest of the North, Tinubu is not actually giving it to them. And that is what is giving birth to all this hula balu politically. El-Rufai of all people, defecting from APC to SDP, to do what? A bloody Fulani man. Do you know what this man has cost the Southern Kaduna, where he ruled before as a governor? And is now going to SDP, probably is going to pick a ticket to represent that party, to rubbish that party. And you think that the Hausas will vote for El-Rufai, and you think that the Nupers, the Kanuris, and the Baris are going to cast vote for him? Especially, I think, North Kafanchan in Kaduna State, that are teamly, largely Christians. See, he doesn't know what he's doing. See, the legacy or the loot El-Rufai was benefiting from or receiving during Buhari administration. He actually thought that when Tinubu, came to power, Tinubu could at least do otherwise or do the normal, the needful. He's not receiving anything at all again anymore. That's why the Fulanis, they are running around, rallying around, campaigning against the current government, the government of the day. So if he defects, actually, I can see loophole. There must be, a sort of standard, newly raised standard by God to scatter this group of bad eggs. in APC.
Now, how is it going to significantly impact the ruling All Progressives Congress in the 2027 election?
He must go against it. Anti-party activities.
Is it going to affect the party, APC?
Who the hell is El-Rufai that is going to? It's not going to affect the party anything. You have other, let me say, APC henchmen in the north that are having more structures politically than El-Rufai, especially Ganduje. Ganduje is still there. There are many powerful Fulani, APC structures. I don't know what to understand. That can at least rubbish and bring down El-Rufai. El-Rufai has no structure so far in the north. He's a very short man. He's an infamous. So I don't think he could do anything, at least to edge Tinubu out. Because I can see God stirring up these people to make sure he scatter all of them. What is his annoyance now? Tell me. APC.
Don't forget he was denied ministerial appointment.
Ministerial appointment is
in
because
the administration of President Bola Tinubu after working for the success of the president.
Thank you so much.
In the 2023 election.
That's as a result of his political infamousness. Yes, political infamousness. The another word for it is notoriety. El-Rufai I think it seems you don't know El-Rufai. That's why everybody in the house, while screening El-Rufai, everybody went against him. Nobody, all those lawmakers, likes El-Rufai.
How would they work against someone that helped in securing votes for the president?
Politically, it's not relevant. You can't mix politics and the clannishness together. Clannishness is tribalism and so on and so forth. The only thing El-Rufai knows in his world is Fulani. During Buhari regime, we see the role this man played. He was too notorious. El-Rufai's activity. Do you know the promise given to the electoral observers from Europe that if they mess up in Nigeria, they're going what? In sack bag. Body bag. You know body bag. It's just like suit. Dead bodies are inside. That's what he promised European observers. That was, I think, 2015 or 2019. Yes. El-Rufai said it. They mark it for him. This man, oh my God, this man is let me say, if El-Rufai becomes Nigerian president, Nigeria will buy now.
And is it possible for him to become the president?
That's why I'm telling you that he's not going to make any impact.
Don't you think this is a strategic move to position himself as the presidential flag bearer under the platform of the Social Democratic Party?
That is what the Fulanis, if you study their body language, they are planning to do. Because they actually promised Tinubu hell comes 2027. I don't know what I understand. And El-Rufai is going to be at the front liner. Yeah, the foremost person that will unleash this hell on Bola Tinubu administration is El-Rufai, and he has started it.
There are rumors going on, hovering around that Peter Obi might later, as well join the SDP. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to work. If he goes there, I think he will meet his Waterloo. Obi will fail like a pack of cards.
Are you telling us that he doesn't have the right to join the party?
He has, but I'm telling you that people will not follow him. Okay, bring anybody today in Nigeria if that person is a trillionaire and tell Nigerians, this is El-Rufai. He's the right person that will change Nigeria, but he is from Fulani extraction. The whole Nigeria will abandon him. What are you saying? Fulani as a name is disgrace. Fulani as a name is the black sheep of the entire country. Nobody likes them anymore. They are murderous, they are bloody, they are sanguinary. All they like do in life is to waste life. Human beings. Have you ever heard or learned that Nigerian court has convicted a single Fulani man since inception of ruralization, headers killings, and other things? And who are the people perpetrating bloody insecurity in Nigeria? Is it not the Fulanis? And this El-Rufai, this short man, is from Fulani extraction, and it causes trouble in the south, in the north. What are you saying now? Nigerians, unless I know that Nigerians are blind people because of what they will eat. They will sell their birthright because of a piece of shit. See, let me tell you, I know many will follow him, but if Obi tries it, Anambrans will deny Obi. Okay, don't joke with us. And Obi is from Anambra. Obi is not from any other part of Igbo land. Obi is from Agulu, Anambra State. If Obi aligns with the Fulani, Obi will never come back to his community again. That man you see is having at least 3 reverend fathers from the same mother, reverend sisters. Okay, one reverend sister. He watches every move he makes. Obi is from a clergy family. Okay, Obi, nothing interests Obi anymore in this life because Obi has made, far back 1996, his first platinum ATM card that worth £1 million in 1996. As a small young man, Obi has Anambra get money. Money, you suffer like this, you make your money. El-Rufai can never lure Obi into SDP as a result of his stolen wealth, stolen money, public fund, embezzled as a result of political rubbish. El-Rufai was too popular during Muhammad Buhari. El-Rufai's popularity has diminished from top to bottom table. What are you telling me? That's why he's nowhere to be found. And look at his son that ever promised Obi, if Obi wins election, if Nigerians vote Labour Party, Yusuf, or what is that his name? Bache, whatever he call himself, El-Rufai, promised the whole world that he will turn to a goat at Aso Rock. And we've seen the amount of votes Obi got at FCT. We've seen how the Southwest came out en masse and voted Obi. We've seen how Obi floored the whole political parties. And El-Rufai's son is singing another tune. God will turn you to a goat. Don't worry, you said it, and God is going to turn you to a goat. His father has started by advertising for SDP. SDP, you didn't know how come about as SDP come about. In 1989-90, during a workshop, a lecture headed by Alex Ekweme on Nigerian true federalism. That was how rotational presidency come out. That was how SDP, PDP come about. Very many years ago. And now you want to hang, you want to flag, you want to be a flag bearer for SDP because you are El-Rufai, a short engine. You can only manipulate your people there, the outsiders, the Dundee outsiders where they follow now, but not the whole Nigerians. Even if you do, it is impossible to do it to the Southeasterners. Nobody is following El-Rufai in the Southeast. If you like, he will represent PDP. We are not going with him.
What about if he picks a running mate from the Southeast?
Running mate? Abilego. Southeast is where you know our politicians are Abilego.
No, we don't know.
Your Southeastern politicians are Abilego.
As president.
He will. Is Onyoriko boy contest. He must contest. That's where he's going. He want to use his northern whatever to edge out Tinubu. He promised Tinubu, but you know one thing with him is someone that is whose sanity is questionable. Ask me why. Why? Tinubu has not finished his 8 years. Secondly,
no, I've not finished 4 years.
4 years, thank you.
Because the 8 years is not his
yes.
It's not his birthright.
Sorry. He has barely finished. It's barely 3 years. 2 years in office. So listen and listen good. For you to know the kind of person El-Rufai is. Then the South that is supposed at least to finish their 8 years will not stay there for 2 years. El-Rufai is campaigning for the North. It is a physical impossibility for anybody from North now to come and say, I'm contesting because the game favors the South. The 8 years must elapse.
All right, before you go, let me quickly look at the comment section. There's a chima. In as much as I don't like Tinubu's leadership style, El-Rufai is a no for me. That's there's a chima speaking on this matter.
He says what? El-Rufai is what?
A no go area.
That's no. Bird of same feather. I'm not trying to support anybody, but all I know is that the southern Nigeria, it is our turn, and we must rule for 8 years. Buhari was there. He manipulated us into at least straight 8 years, being there for straight years, and successfully he did that. What manner of man is campaigning for South this time around when for North, when the Southerners, the South has not finished its 8 years? I think his sanity is questionable. El-Rufai should undergo psychiatric, at least. treatment.
Thank you so much, Raphael Mbechi. We appreciate your presence this morning. All right, good morning to you. Onyeze, Chinedu Michael, welcome on the program.
Yes, good morning. I think we have to be very objective when we come to issues like this.
Okay.
And nobody is an island, and nobody can be seen to have done it alone. Even God could not do it alone. If there's going to be a coalition, these are politicians. I must tell you, we can remember many years ago where Bola Tinubu was saying that Nigeria should divide. Today is the president. All of them have made diabolical statements and actions in the past. You know, there's no politician in Nigeria that is free. But we are talking about coalition. Even if I don't know how people reason. You know, you can't tell me that El-Rufai is not a factor. These are the founders, people who founded PDP. These are the pioneers of PDP. They are the elements that were used during that period under Obasanjo and the rest of them. I'm not holding brief for El-Rufai because I do not have his time. And I know that El-Rufai is not going to come out as a presidential candidate.
You know,
I very well, 100%.
Why
Yes, because, listen, El-Rufai was one of listen.
Okay.
El-Rufai was one of the people that Obasanjo contacted about Southern presidency, and that it should be zoned to the southeast. But Nigerians, they forget so easily. If you can remember that period, the first person that made the statement that presidency should go to the east was El-Rufai after meeting with Obasanjo in Ota. This is about coalition, opposition. Yeah, we're not talking about El-Rufai is in PD. Those are things that rubbish. We're talking about people who are going to gather as opposition force. That's what we're looking at. You're saying people are not reasonable. They don't know how to explain, interpret political issues in political, happenings. They don't read meaning. That is what it is. El-Rufai know very well that there's no how presidency is going to the north. It's not possible. It's not going to work. We are talking about a force that can challenge APC. This bad government called APC.
Are they not building the force?
Okay, let me tell you. Let us wait to June. Let us wait to June. But do you know, as I'm talking to you now, 2 senators have come from APC. So what are you talking about? So I want you to understand that it's not about El-Rufai, because if you get to deep into their records, all the politicians have made reckless statements sometime in the past, threatening Nigeria sometime in the past, and the rest of them. So that's not the issue. We are looking at how do opposition come together as a force. Remember, this particular SDP2 was hosted Sheyi Tinubu in Kano. You're not the one that read it here. And somebody has come out to say, Tinubu owes SDP. That is the game. Until we saw clearly how the opposition are going to come as a political force. By June. Yes.
I thought El-Rufai would defect to Labour Party.
No. Well, you see, bro, are you not seeing the issue in a Labour Party? Are you not seeing what's happening in Labour Party? Tinubu is trying to squeeze Labour Party to death, and they know the infiltration is so much. The Abure and one other man that has white beards, there's case in the file, and you can see conflicting report about who is going to be and who is not going to be. But to checkmate all these things that I said it in the past, there's no how ambition would not come in.
Oh yes, before you move further, can SDP with El-Rufai on board pose a credible threat?
No, see, bros, we're talking about
APC's dominance in Nigerian politics.
We're talking about political mobilizers now, not who is going to flag any flag, but who is going to couple, who is going to stand. This is a man who stands for Bola Tinubu during the merger. So what are you talking about? He was one of the people that they sent to Fashola.
Are you telling us that the SDP cannot pose a credible threat to APC's
bro,
dominance
let me tell you, you don't know what is going to happen in every setting, in every political party, in every gathering, in every merger, in every negotiation. There's always somebody who will say, okay, this is what we're going to do. And remember, from the statement El-Rufai issued yesterday, he said he has consulted wider. And there's no how, I'm not seeing El-Rufai coming to become a flag bearer of any party.
Of any party.
But you understand, but the fact is that, you know, they want mobilizers at this point in time, people who can mobilize. But if you think that El-Rufai is not important, why did Bola Tinubu use him? Why did Buhari use him? What was his relevance under Obasanjo's administration? Why was he a major force that led the entire northern political coalition against Jonathan?
Somebody just said it's not relevant. That's right.
Bros, you see, we are not pessimistic on this issue. We are not looking at, yes, El-Rufai has his own reservations. I have reservations against El-Rufai. But we are looking at what the opposition is going to be like, and we are interpreting the move to SDP. If you ask me to put El-Rufai on the table, I will feast on him. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. So if you are coming here and say, because El-Rufai slapped somebody, didn't you know that some time ago it was recorded? El-Rufai said that when he came to Anambra, Obi locked him up. You know, hear him? Didn't you hear it? Obi locked him inside the hotel and put the key inside his pocket. So those are the things we are looking at. We are looking at how is opposition going to be. I think it's only El-Rufai. More are coming. Immediately El-Rufai announced that he's moving to SDP. 2 senators decamp from APC. I'm talking about if he doesn't have the structure to negotiate with whatever matter. This is about negotiation. No? When they come at the end of the day, before they finally merge, they have to look at, you know, what is for me, what is for you. By the time they're able
benefits,
to factor everything together, they'll be able to say, okay, this is where we are standing. It has not gotten to the level we say El-Rufai is flagging presidential this thing. I don't know how people reason, and people should be, you know, rational in trying to interpret some of these things and not be reckless about it.
We all know it's a big wig in APC.
You must acknowledge it.
It's a big wig.
You must.
A big fish in that party. But what happens to his relationship with other APCs are stalwart?
Bros, let me tell you, these politicians, you know, they are like prostitutes. You know what I mean? In political prostitution. You don't be surprised tomorrow now you see him drinking beer with Tinubu. I'm telling you.
The same El-Rufai.
Bros, I'm telling you. You know
what triggered his annoyance? What triggered him?
You see, he said he granted an interview, you know, and when he granted that interview, he said that it was not Senate that rejected him. So it was Bola Tinubu that stopped his ministerial nomination. And Bola Tinubu might have his reasons for doing that.
And did El-Rufai look at why or the reason President Bola Tinubu stopped his nomination?
No, they tell you that he felt he was used and dumped, you know, and they tried to push him one side, you know.
Did he look at the cost? Did he look at the reason why he was stopped?
What is the reason El-Rufai would have been stopped? Is it because of the money Obasani, the present governor of Kaduna State, alleged that El-Rufai stole? I don't know. All of them are all stole money, including Babio. All of them are having EACC, you know, this thing against them. So the president have every right to decide who he's going to work with. And Bola Tinubu did not pick him.
That's regardless of whoever worked for him to be there.
Yes, he chooses. He has right.
But is that right? Yes. Is that right in politics?
Of course. Is he the only one? Is he the only one that worked for Tinubu that did not appoint? Couldn't work for Tinubu. Did Tinubu appoint him? What are you talking about? That is not correct. It's not everybody that worked for Tinubu. There are people who are still complaining. There are people who are saying, okay, you know, pick me, forget, make another this come out. I'm joining this. They are still there in Aso Rock.
Somebody says it's a no-no for him. El-Rufai is a no-no.
No, you don't know.
No matter what,
Bros, no, it's not.
there's a team.
No. I think we should. That's the area I'm going.
Okay.
That's the perspective we would like to look at. We can't continue to be irrational in matters like this. That's me. That's my own perception. The fact is that if you are saying no, then how do we? And we're saying nobody has come to say the power is going back to the north. El-Rufai is not contesting any. It's not picking.
You already stated it that there's no northern presidency.
No, the north have already said it now.
You said it as well that the power is
Okay,
not going to the north.
am I the one that breaks the news? The power is not going.
I'm talking about.
They should be able to know. They should be able to know. I'm giving you an insight of the story that happened between El-Rufai and Obasanjo many years ago. El-Rufai was the first politician in Nigeria to have pronounced that it is the Igbo turn to produce the presidency. El-Rufai was the first person. After meeting with Obasanjo. So I've already stated that perspective, that the North is saying we are not interested in power. What we are saying is that this Southern presidency under Bola Tinubu is a burden. We are going to look for another Southerner to replace him. As simple as that. Like, what is wrong with people, human beings?
Don't you think the president, Bola Tinubu, realized or cited that, or sensed that El-Rufai will be defecting? That's why he was trying to move the Southeast.
No, the smart game Bola Tinubu played. Yes, bro, let me tell you. Yesterday, yesterday I was analyzing, his voting record in the South and Southeast. Yeah, he is targeting that with Mazin Nnamdi Kanu issue and possible release, and with the way things are going now, that no judge is ready again to try Nnamdi Kanu's case. Even the new judge has run away. Nobody has seen him. The new judge they appointed he said, I'm not interested. They say, I cannot soil my reputation. I said it here. I come here, I do my this thing. I'm not sentiment about anything. As issue come, I treat it objectively. I don't read rubbish meaning into it. And I don't care. Because these are the things that we had held us down for so many years. When Jonathan, he came to a point, Jonathan have to move from one place to another. Sambo, his vice president, denied him. Because of nothing support. And it was this El-Rufai too, the same particular El-Rufai that was sent to Fashola. Fashola contacted Arebashola, the rest of them, they called Tony Momo, and that was how the matter came. APC came. Tinubu was not in the picture. We know who this guy represents in the northern hemisphere. What you are saying at this point is this. It has gone to a point that if they don't put these things on the right side, it will unveil Nigeria mysteriously. Forget we 250 billion that was given to Atiku Abubakar for Southeast Development Commission. Why suddenly giving Atiku Abubakar 250 billion for Southeast Development? Knowing fully well, that money can be generated in Anambra State alone in less than 1 month. And you say you are wooing, okay, go ahead, get all this Okalo, get Umahion and the rest of them, let them come and vote for you.
Yes, with this defection by this prominent politician in the north, what would happen to the votes coming from the northern region?
Bro, let me tell you, APC control more states now.
Can Tinubu survive it?
Bro, don't trust.
Whether we like it or not, El-Rufai will hunt down President Bola Tinubu.
No, it's not only him. Don't single El-Rufai out. Okay. It's not only him. Okay. It's not only El-Rufai that is going to form the opposition. Atiku is there, Kwankwaso is there,
and
so many of them are there.
Command so much influence in the
That's what I'm telling you, that there's going to be a coalition. Don't look at El-Rufai. I don't know.
Definitely, President Bola Tinubu is on his way out of power.
What I'm telling you that, you know, at this point in time now, currently now, do you know what Bola Tinubu is going to do? What? The governors of APC in the north should repeat the same feat they did in 2023.
What did they do?
Okay, not the campaign. Anything where you, if Namonu na need, I'll give you anything. But see these people, they cannot take.
Which means he should retain a position in those regions.
Because he should try as much as possible to sustain his present APC structure now in the north.
Don't forget Atiku.
No,
from the north.
Bro, listen now. You know, I told you. You see, it's not. I'm not seeing El-Rufai. I'm seeing Atiku, Kwankwaso, and the rest of them. Some other guys too. You know, who are already.
What if these guys form a formidable force?
No, the fact is that, you know, PDP is already fractured, and if you look at, he said it very clear that I'm not joining the Labour Party. I'm not joining PDP. El-Rufai said it. You know, but he has moved to SDP. Then these three or more opposition parties now that we have seen so far, how are they going to finally fine-tune the end of this deal as to come up with something great? Kola Olumodi, your former speaker, national publicity secretary of PDP, you know, he said Nigerians is going to expect something they have not seen before, because it means there is something that is already going underground. And I can tell you today that Bola Tinubu campaign has started in the north ahead of 2027. So what I'm telling you is that you should understand that, you know, Bola Tinubu is not going to be, you know, a write-off the way they think, because I think he's going to stand back and fight back.
Can you hold it there? Can you hold it there? Let's quickly go to the comment section. Baba Yaga on this. Mr. Chinedu, don't bank on it. Oh, there are tribes within the south that would be happier if power goes to the north than to go to a different tribe.
Bro,
it can go back to the north.
Let me tell you, Papa Yaga. Let me tell you, you know, when the first meeting was held that power must come back to the south, you can remember the state they had that meeting. It was in Delta State. All the whole governor of Southern Extraction was there, and they took a stand. The same thing they are saying now, and the North has concurred to it. It's going to depend on what is going to happen, because there's no APC is going to hand over their tickets to Bola Tinubu. The coalition is going to structure their tickets to one person, and when that happens, I can tell you in honest truth that it is not going to come from the north.
All right, King Smith, Chinedu, the Onyeze himself. Indeed, you are objective. I love your analysis. Now to Udeze Chima, the chief. Udeze Chima was saying this morning again, Chinedu, El-Rufai never advocated for Igbo president. Don't this. He only advocated for Southern president in the prison of President.
Oh, wait, thank you, Udeze Chima, very well for, you know, at least he didn't say that the presidency should go to the, you know, north as at that time. But I can tell you that I monitored it. I know when he visited Ota. I know after the meeting, you know, he made a statement. And if you look at that interview he made, you know that, you know, when he said that Southern president, he was making it very clearly that, you know, in the South, the zones that have not produced president should be allowed to. So, but at least he said the North is not. So, Mr. Joyce, you're not far from what I'm saying. You understand? And I appreciate that.
All right, Perry, Mr. Chinedu, you are right, because Kule worked for Tinubu and Tinubu did not appoint him. So El-Rufai should sit down.
Tinubu, and bring it down.
Yes, I am happy to work with Tinubu, and I'm very happy to work with Tinubu because I know him right from 1993, up 93, and I know this guy is the politician one can rely on. He knows all the rudiments of politics, it will favor me to work for Tinubu than to work for a JJC that does not know anything about politics. Thank you very much.
Okay, I think he has answered that question. Akile is still coming on board this morning. We still have our comments coming in. Mr. Michael, please, do you think the vote in the elections is working? The votes in the elections are working because the Nigerians see it that is not working because INEC and Judiciary selected the highest bidder. You know, yeah, okay, that's what that's the position.
Yes. In response to the issue to tie the other side of fear, by the opposition, if Ababio survive this harassment, I pray he survive because opposition is growing against him. There's already a plan to meet INEC. Yes, that's what they're working on. Even though Bola Tinubu has finally appointed Jaga, giving Jaga appointment for the damage in compensation to what he has done for them in the past. He has acknowledged it and given Jaga INEC chairman appointment. That's okay. But what they are trying to do now, leave that in whatever it is. There's no appointment. There's no agreement. There's no appointment that is not transparent. There's no appointment that is not transparent. Is there anyone that's not transparent?
As the former INEC
but normally he's not supposed to come closer to anything at all because yes, now many people will read meaning into it. But we are saying now that the issue of electoral reform is going to be there. The issue of the fear being entertained that Bola Tinubu is going to overpower the judiciary and of course the INEC by setting up some reforms in the electoral system that will favor him. That issue is still there, and these opposition parties with their structures in Senate and other NGOs are already working on that area to make sure that they are going to have a very tight one, both for Bola Tinubu and for the opposition.
On the last comment I'm reading before you go out by Odese Chima. Chinedu, do you think Tinubu is Jonathan? We are talking about the Maradona of corruption. Sorry, the Maradona of corrupt politics in Nigeria.
Yes, you see, I agreed to an extent that Bola Tinubu believes in money politics. He believes that money can give him whatever he wants, and over the time, he has worked for him. You understand? We must not take that away from him. He has worked for him. But remember that when change comes, nothing stops it. When people decide the direction they will go, nothing stops it. When power, superior reality comes, like the Peter Iyako was credited to be saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a higher reality. When higher reality comes, the normal reality will give way.
Thank you so much, Chinedu Mike. I really appreciate it. Femi, welcome once again on the program. All right, the Kaduna chapter of the All Progressives Congress have said that they are not sleeping over the defection of El-Rufai to the Social Democratic Party, SDP. But the question I want to ask you now is that why SDP and not Labour Party?
That answer would be appropriately answered. That question would be appropriately answered by El-Rufai. But let me quickly address the issue of is El-Rufai important or not? Honestly speaking, Yoruba will say, Adete kò lè fún wàrà, but ó lè dá wàrà nù. So El-Rufai may not be that politically strong in Nigeria, but he's a mobilizer. I concur with Chinedu. Because if you go to Kaduna, do you know that Atiku won in Kaduna, despite all the fact that El-Rufai was a sitting, governor under APC. All the 3 senatorial districts in Kaduna, PDP carry it under the watch of El-Rufai. The most surprising thing in my life is that Kaduna APC is having only 4 seats in Kaduna out of maybe 16 or something. In Kaduna, APC is only having 4. Under the watch of El-Rufai. All this one is even enough for President Bola Tinubu to be annoyed with the El-Rufai that you didn't work in your zone. That governor you see there managed to win by 10,000 margin.
And Tinubu would always love or want people that delivers.
Thank you.
Tinubu for you.
Thank you.
An example is Obasa.
That is the truth of the matter. Tinubu, this is not today that Tinubu will carry out data and will be addressing people based on their cause. Look at the photo. That is Tinubu for you. Only what Tinubu know about is how many votes you give me.
I think that was the beginning of the problem of El-Rufai with President Bola.
I think that was the beginning. Go and check the performance of APC.
Maybe there was a deal between both of them.
That's what I'm saying. Go and check.
Win the state.
You are a sitting governor. APC could not win any 3 senatorial districts in Kaduna. Governor, even with crook and every other thing, that was why governor win. Tinubu himself couldn't win in Kaduna. Actually, we don't look for winning in Kaduna, but it's just too much. The defeat was too much for APC. They just managed to get that governorship seat. So I think that was the beginning of the problem between. Then another thing is issue of security. Do you know the problem that peculiar to every Nigeria? No matter how dirty a politician is, so far we have been able to see that it's going to benefit us. We're ready to welcome him. When El-Rufai was working for Tinubu, everybody was doing like this. But immediately he stopped working for him. We started seeing that El-Rufai is a paper like something. The same way, people that are welcoming El-Rufai now, if they know that El-Rufai is saying that power to go to South, they have forgotten all the atrocity that El-Rufai committed. Immediately, El-Rufai that sat down in that Kaduna, there is no week you will not hear attack. When El-Rufai was jailed, state of Sokoto, Kaduna almost turned to Afghanistan. Every day attack. Kaduna, Abuja to Kaduna railway, every day attack. Our military institution that was in Kaduna has turned to ordinary primary school to the extent that bandits are entering into our institution, kidnap our soldiers. In the same Kaduna, Sandra Kaduna have it worse. All these things is telling you something about who was the governor that time and what was he doing. I mean, when you are in a particular place and we are seeing this kind of rotting, how can we talk about dog and we not talk about the pot that we used to cook it? How can we talk about insecurity in Kaduna and we not talk about insecurity in Kaduna? So this time around, I will not be surprised now that El-Rufai said that I'm not interested in Tinubu. Now I'm forming a coalition. Then the president is going to come from another side. And some people are going to benefit from it if the thing works. And automatically they are forgetting all the atrocity of El-Rufai.
Do you see parties like PDP, Labour Party, others joining SDP?
Honestly speaking, that was where El-Rufai got it wrong. He said, I'm now in SDP. I will go and convince all the political something that they should come and meet me at SDP. It's not working that way. How do they expect? Who are you that they will come and meet you in SDP?
What about the major opposition party?
Yes, PDP. I think
would they leave PDP?
It's not possible now. How can they collapse PDP to go? That is the example of arrogancy that we see in El-Rufai, which is one of the things that is going to work against him. Let me remind you. Peter Obi went to meet El-Rufai recently, and immediately he left there. He said, "I'm not desperate to become Nigeria president. So I don't want to belong to the people that just want to hijack power." What he's saying is about what El-Rufai discussed with him in that place, and the man said, "I'm not subscribed to that ideology." That is the truth of the matter. Now, what you are going to wait for is that if it is going to possible for 3 of them, like Labour Party, SDP, PDP, all of them come together and they form alliance and they choose a formidable candidate, maybe Peter Obi or anybody from South, they are good to go. Let me tell you, Mr. Mike, I want to see that they give Tinubu a very battle in 2027. Not that it's going to...
Tough one.
The tough one, yes. When you call yourself a general, then they should give you a tough battle. Not that they will call you general and they will not carry you to market. Go and kill market woman. Then you are not, that's not how to prove general. How to prove your generalismo is how tough the battle is. So I want to see the heavy battle in 2027.
Don't you think the president is having another strategy to dismantle these parties, trying to form a coalition against him?
Mr. Mike, at least from the current situation on ground, you will see that the APC led government, they are going all about to try and infiltrate the existing political parties, which they have already been winning. Because PDP, as we speak now, is fragmented. Same goes for Labour. They are the two formidable opposition parties that I know in Nigeria that could give APC-led government a run for their money. But when you look at things too, APC too also has its own share of internal wrangling as a result of the exit of some big wigs and some senators from the party, notably in the north now as we speak. So El-Rufai, to me, if you ask me about his personage, I will tell you that El-Rufai does not have much electoral value now. What is he bringing to the table? Happened during his time in office. How come PDP has sway in in a state that he superintended? So it shows that what electoral relevance is he bringing to the table for APC? And I want to believe that he is even exiting himself from the party is as a result of his slot that was not given to him, that ministerial slot that he bargained for.
That's the majority.
And I am not a political neophyte. To some extent, I've been following happenings in Nigeria, the way it works. And if for you to go for something, you must be able to give something to collect something in politics. That's how it goes. It's about interest. And what value are you bringing to the fore to add to the existing value?
Don't you think the president should have compensated him with another appointment instead of allowing him to cross carpet or defect to another party?
You see, the president
has defected now. He has become an opposition.
The president might have put two and two together to see that his relevance is insignificant to his electoral struggle as we speak. Though he was a former governor of Kaduna State, what happened? Under his watch, a lot of killings were experienced during his tenure. You can see the case of even a bandit going inside the NDA, the army formations in the state. That shows the level of security in that state, while he holds sway as a governor of that state. But aside that, when you look at El-Rufai, he's a man that speaks with two mouths. He's neither here nor there. Today you see in SDP. Don't be surprised tomorrow he might also drop SDP for reality.
All right, today's a Chima. I will prefer the worst Tinubu to anything El-Rufai anytime, any day.
Yes,
worst Tinubu. I said you prefer it to El-Rufai. That's today's a Chima.
I concur to some extent because El-Rufai to me, I said it's a no for me. And as a person, when you look at El-Rufai, he is neither here nor there. He only tries, he's somebody that makes so much noise, dog that makes the back that cannot bite. To me, I don't see his exiting the party as a threat to whatever APC has to offer during the electoral era.
Baba Yaga, I can't wait to see the Southern presidential candidate SDP will present. I can't wait.
Yes, you see, one thing is that this is just this is just the baby stage we are in now, because 2027 is around the corner. We should always look at what is going to come, because other people are meeting. There are some other interest groups that are meeting under the curtain. They are already perfecting their moves to see that how they can house the present government out of power. And I want to believe that the APC too, they are not sleeping. If they should sleep, that's their own albatross to me.
All right, Ordinary Taiwo, still on this too. Mr. Vincent, every party has one or two problems. It's just the way those problems were handled that matter most.
Yes, I surely support that statement because for any crisis, you must be able to develop that knack of solving that crisis. Because once you allow that crisis to overwhelm you, then somebody is already tailored towards doom. And I want to believe that the APC as it is now, and some other opposition parties too, they have their own problems. How they manage it is now left for them to come out and say, okay, they want to come out of it victoriously and be able to forge a common front.
Good morning, Mr. Vincent. I agree with you, sir. Very great contribution. All right, Mr. Vincent, please, sir, all the analysis you guys are making about the party's voting system, all these are working. I think the peoples of Nigerians know this, know that everything about the politicians is about corruption.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know that. Nigerians know that.
Yeah. In addition, furthermore, you see, I've always canvassed for
An advocate for
a very strong institution. If INEC could be made totally independent of the intrusion from the executive and every other house of government, I think we will continue to see a semblance of credible election in this country. But in a way, when we do the opposite, then we will continue with like somebody taking one step forward and many steps backward. And I want to see that the mass of people, we also have an engagement in this exercise. We should all come out and not be docile. Because if we want change, change will not just come to you on a platter of gold like that. We have to put all our heart, all our head, everything into it. We have to monitor from the electoral point, or election point, all to the coalition point. We have to monitor it to the letter and see that our vote counts this time around.
All right, congratulations to you. 5,000 naira for you this morning. It came yesterday, but I intentionally didn't call you. I wanted to make it a surprise to you. Okay, this is by Andrew Ogunjimi.
Mr. Andrew Ogunjimi, I'm very, very grateful. God will continue to uphold you, guide you. You have always been an added supporter of this very great platform, Citizens TV. I want to say a very big thank you to you. You've been a source of hope for this country. You've been supportive, and we believe that the Eldorado which we all seek of this country will be hand in soonest time.
All right, thank you so much. You wait for me after the program, you get your money. All right, so Mr. Lajide, good morning, but I'm coming. Yeah, somebody else taking your place. All right. Kule, you voted, you worked for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and at the end of the day, it failed you. You were not appointed under his administration. You're not given any ministerial appointment. I'm not the one that said it. Kate Perry said it.
Yeah,
why? Why were you disappointed? You were
you.
Neglected and ignored by President Bola Tinubu. Why?
Thank you very much. If God said he's going to remember me, so be it. And if he's not remembering me, just to get a good job done in the country. Let everybody be able to breathe. Let Nigeria be, for Nigeria to be breathed. That's what I'm after, for him to do well. So any appointment or no appointment, is God Almighty that always give me little I have. So, and with the help of the, reviewers here, some of our viewers here, I'll have to thank them because they are doing a lot. So I don't need to rely on Mr. President because I'm not chop and chop politicians, and I don't want to be, so that I can have a mouth to say the truth anytime I want to say the truth. So it's better I don't even have any appointment for me. So if I want to criticize when the government is not doing well, I'll have that right to say it. So because entoba je dodo, kole so dodo more. Once you hit plantain, you will not be able to say the truth. That's just it. So yeah, so if you don't je dodo, nile so dodo. So that's just the issues now.
Kule, don't you think the defection of El-Rufai to SDP is the beginning of problem for the ruling All Progressives Congress and Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as the president of the country, and also in respect to his 2027 ambition?
Yeah, as they say, London Bridge is falling down. El-Rufai political, space is falling down already, and he needs attention. The way I look at him, El-Rufai needs attention. El-Rufai has been fighting all the successive governors that have been posted to Kaduna prior to his homecoming as a governor. Look at what he did to Uba Sani, one of the senators that's represented, look at what he's doing to even another Uba Sani that is the governor right now. He brought the governor, and they are apart now. They are not at peace as it is now. So El-Rufai is a troublemaker. We all know him for that. And about El-Rufai coming to join SDP, I would think it's an insult for him to bring SDP back and for him to be, the head of the coalition of SDP, because we knew SDP belongs to Badman Ghana Kingibe. SDP belongs to the late Musa Yaradua, in which they stepped it down for Abiola during the, just convention. So I think El-Rufai is just a catalyst that wants to bring his poison back into the politics now, and they need to tame him earlier, because the way it is now, when I know this man is a dangerous man, well, when he was about to present himself to the Senate for ministerial appointments, all the senators in that hollow chamber rejected El-Rufai. They started bringing the facts and figure. Mr. El-Rufai, did you remember when you said this against the Christian? You didn't remember when you instigate people against the Christian? When you instigate Muslim against the Christian? You remember all those things? He's supposed to be having those things in his archive and be going through them and see that he has no mouth to. I'm not his fan at all, right from onset. Everything, he got to Abuja that time, he bulldozed everything. When you're not a sadist. So I think enough of Mr. El-Rufai. If they are giving him more attentions, more attentions, he'll be feeling as if he's above the.
Taiwo Odulade, in fact, El-Rufai made the worst political mistake by going to SDP.
They will tell him the history. Where was he during the Hope 93? Where was he?
Why not PDP? Why not the Labour Party?
PDP. Yeah, he ran the PDP government with Obasanjo there. He should have stayed. That means he's a prostitute. He's a prostitute politician. So when you see a prostitute politician, you don't need to even give them attention. So he wants attention, but people should just ignore him, right? This is same El-Rufai. I'm saying the one Uba Sani, that's the current governor of Kaduna State. He has turned against him. There's serious crisis, and that one is even taking the shine over him now, taking the glory over El-Rufai. You brought Uba Sani, and Uba Sani is even doing well. Kaduna people love Uba Sani. They said that instead of when you put El-Rufai and Uba Sani down, they all swing into Uba Sani side, because they know El-Rufai is not stable. He's not a stable politician, and he can disown them. He can abandon them. So why do you have to follow a leader that is not upright? So to me, the man called El-Rufai, I don't think I need to say anything more about him.
What games do you think President Bola Tinubu and his party members should start playing now? Since we are having different parties trying to form a coalition or alliance to unseat him.
I think the most dangerous guys among them is what's it called? Kwankwaso. That's the Kwankwaso. If you disrespect Kwankwaso agenda, you are good to fall, right? Is the Kwankwaso they should be monitoring now. Movement of Kwankwaso, the political movement of Kwankwaso, that will have said Achiwaju should overlook all those other guys and target Kwankwaso as an ally. Because that's the only politician that I know. He doesn't make any noise, but he strategizes on the ground, and is the only person that Achiwaju should reach out to as an ally. But El-Rufai, to me, is no.
Somebody talked to me yesterday. We were discussing, and he said, "Don't you think this is a joker? That President Bola Tinubu is playing?" And I've seen a comment in the comment section by Nnamdi, honestly, Netherlands. And what's he saying? Tinubu is the owner of SDP. So El-Rufai is working for Tinubu.
I may get it right. I think that man,
when it comes to politics, you have to be very careful with Tinubu.
You have to be. Because I see just of recent that El-Rufai have been silent. He doesn't criticize much again, and he's
all of a sudden.
But it's better now, Mr. President. I still say you have to be careful of El-Rufai, because El-Rufai, you can use you, or you can use him, or you can use you and dump you. That's just one thing. El-Rufai can be your friend today. This morning we're talking now, and at night it can be your enemy.
But who used you and dumped who this time around?
This time around, nobody dumped anybody.
Nobody dumped anybody.
It was his character
but he wasn't giving up.
It was his character. When they want to appoint you, they want to give you a presidential, what's it called? Ministerial appointment. Yeah, you have to face the panel, which is the Allo chamber of the Senate. Yeah. And he has offended majority of them. From their own region, he has offended them. Is it the Southern Kaduna? representative in that place that will support El-Rufai, that the Christians were massacred? Is it the other, just keep mentioning the other people he has bulldozed their houses during Buhari time, Obasanjo time? So he has caused a lot of havoc. He has caused a lot of havoc for himself, and people are now bringing all the havoc back to him, saying, you forget when you are doing this, but now the nemesis has catch up with you now, and his nemesis that is trying to work against him in that hollow chamber.
Do you say Obi joining the party, SDP? There's rumor going
from
around.
The other side too, I'm saying that Obi himself is working for Tinubu. But I believe, yeah. So some people are saying that again. If all the analysis I've been hearing, I'm talking from the non-state actors. I was so shocked that where are this rumor coming from? But it's election. We are swinging to election time. Any rumor can be, his rumor is allowed until we see the fact. I can tell you outwardly, Mr. President has. His seat is not yet vacant. So those people that are still troubling themselves, they should go and semper, as Wasi will say.
Thank you so much. And the last comment I'll be reading is before you go, Mr. Kule, Nnamdi Nusi says he has a feeling that Tinubu will, at the end of the day, give power to Igbo.
Yeah, I think he has been, embracing the Igbos not too long. And to be factual, my brothers, the marginalization and the inequity in the Igbo land is too enormous. I have to say that because I have friends as Igbos. I grew up with friends as Igbos, but the ones I rejected is the tribal bigotry Igbo man. And what I do is the Southeast Economic Commission, Development Commission that they gave to them, which one is to about 200 and something billion naira, is enough for anybody to know that Mr. President means well for the Igbos, and it's the time now that they have to reciprocate that gesture by not developing hatred.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate your contribution. All right, Mr. Alejide, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning, Global CEO.
Yeah, we are asking questions that why not cross carpet to, why didn't you cross carpet to PDP, Labour Party, while SDP, El-Rufai?
Yes, to answer that question, first of all, let me say good morning to all our global viewers on Global System. It's a global woman, global CEO, global Mr. Mike Adekule. I thank all of you. Keep tuning in to Global System every day. It's your stand that you must not miss at any time.
All right, thank you so much.
To the global analyst. See, Mr. El-Rufai, as far as I'm concerned, if he wants, he's a political, take it, he's a political colossal as well. It's one of the political colossals we have in Nigeria. Take it or leave it. He has his onions too. He knows that for his best to be heard properly, for him to be appreciated, he must be on the opposite side. He's in a party whereby he's sidelined. Nobody's reckoning with him. The only place his voice can be heard is to be in an opposition party where he will be an opponent to the current government. That's where he will be appreciated better. In fact, that's where he could be called to a seat for, if there don't be any kind of negotiation or discussion as to hello, we have on our side. It will be much better appreciated if he is on the opposite side than where he is not recognized, where he bumped to a place and be silent and be packed aside. So I respect his political decision, but that does not mean that he will have a way with what he has done. But for his own political recognition to come on stream, to be known better and be appreciated and be in a position to talk, to be reckoned with, he has to be where he is now. That's the point. And that's for El-Rufai. Then APC itself that he built, these are the people that fought against Jonathan, that built APC and become a governor 8 years under APC. And even one of the people that brought Tinubu, yes, he must give that to him. Even another governor that stood firm on the side of Tinubu. But the reason why Tinubu doesn't want him in his cabinet, he said it. He said to Mr. President does not want him in his cabinet, not the Senate. He said this clearly. That he could see the hand of the President in being rejected in the Senate. Yes. So Mr. President has the reason why he doesn't want him. But anyway, Would you say a slap? Would you say a slap in the back? Maybe because he's already fought for you, stood for you, and get you in the position of political position, and then he's not expecting some reward as well, only to feel that you beat.